welcome to Unleash. I am super excited today. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Unleash. It's a very special day. I have an extremely enticing, phenomenal guest today with me, Gigi. She's an RTT therapist, and she has a beautiful stories, testimonials, and we connected. And I wanted to have her on my podcast and help everybody learn these super important topics that everyone is struggling with, and whether it's sleep disorders, eating disorders. But I would like Gigi to introduce herself. And welcome, Gigi. How are you?
Hi, Samira, and everybody who is listening and watching this. I'm good. It's morning. I live in Sweden now, and you're connecting from Dubai. So here we are covering the whole world. Uh, well, yes, I work with RTT now, and this is my biggest passion, bringing this new type of therapy here into the Nordics. And this is super exciting to work with RTT, and I cannot wait to tell you more about it. And yeah, I look forward to sharing why this works and how I work with my clients, because this is not the usual talk therapy, and we do all the work in hypnotic state.
Amazing. So I really want to know, Gigi, that can we actually get off medication? Can we try to be more and more organic, or let's say stay close to nature and not resort to, the easier way? If I have a digestion disorder, if I am having sleep issues, and especially when we come to a certain age, our thoughts, our overwhelming surroundings are just they're kind of building up, and we try to, and especially women try to, be the warriors and bear everything on their shoulders and not seek help. And when you visit the doctor, the easiest thing for them is to just prescribe medication, which maybe or not maybe necessary. So my amazing you know, link with you was when I saw the super works that you were doing. I saw like you had many clients who were coming about recovering organically, and by your support and mentoring. Most important, I want to touch upon is the sleep. How
Okay.
important is a good deep sleep, and how did you help your clients?
Correct. Samira, I'm not a doctor, so I cannot say medication is needed or not. But yes, quite a lot of people do come with sleep problems. They cannot sleep for many years, maybe, right? And the process is always about taking us back and looking into why we cannot sleep. Very often, this will be also a person that maybe experiences lots of anxiety in their life, right? So the stress levels are elevated, but also why. And here we go. This is the mind and body connection. So through the mind, we can affect the processes in the body, right? And if sleep was an issue, eventually it repairs. It repairs, and people start sleeping. But this is this deep work that we need to do with the mind, with the subconscious mind. First of all, finding the reasons of my not sleeping, right? And balancing those two systems. The sympathetic one is the fight flight that has us ready all day long, right? And the parasympathetic one is the one that allows me to rest, to digest properly. Yeah, so these are the two main things that this system is doing. And these are two massive areas that people struggle with: digestion, sleep. Why? Because it's not in balance. So we need to work with the mind to bring it into deep, relaxing states and repair everything around it, because there would be also background reasons, beliefs, why I should be so alert, why I should be scanning all the time my environment.
Yes, absorbing everything. because some people do not mindfully choose and select the thoughts that are supporting their visions, goals, attitude, personality, their self-worth. And we keep going into that rabbit hole where
Mm.
you're a victim to the repeated patterns.
Yes.
Someone says something in the family, and you go into that entire downward loop, and then you just don't seem to get out of it. And unconsciously, it is affecting so many of your current, like you cannot enjoy the present.
So right, Samira, because everything is programming, right? We are behaving certain ways because this is the program that we installed in ourselves as we are shaping our personality from the beginning, where we are born. We are picking up all the cues and signals from the environment and establishing what allows us to survive in this world. How should we behave? Or what is our worth? We are always looking for confirmations. Are we enough? Right? So that keeps us going and keeps us being really, really stressed. Feeling not enough is the biggest, I would call it, wound in all of us, because we all
Absolutely.
somewhere will feel not enough in
Yes,
certain area or field. But yes, you're so right, and that just shows how well you understand also all this, how our behavior is very deeply somewhere sitting in our subconscious. And that is why working through our subconscious, we can reprogram our mind and give us a totally different story of who we are, of how we can show up in this world, because it might come from somewhere very, very far, from very, very early days, where a child interpreted this world. A child felt those feelings, and we still act from that place. And that's what you say when somebody says something or when the family comments on something. We become that child. We we get back, we flash back to this of who we think we still are. So we need to show the mind how this is not us anymore.
yes. If I can hold you right there, Gigi,
Yeah.
what would be like your way of helping a person who just has this issue and comes to you? How would you take them through and your methodologies that work tremendously?
Super thankful for RTT and the amazing therapist Marissa Peer, world-known therapist, that decided to go and give us this therapy to all of us as a tool to work with. So it's an RTT process that it always will be my work. And then, of course, around it, I'm a coach as well. So I would bring in also all these other elements of work. But everything starts with, of course, pinpointing what is this problem that you're struggling with? What is this that you would like to change? What is this that limits you? Right? So we establish, first of all, where do we start? We prepare for the session, and then there is this massive work that we do already in the hypno session. We work for over 2 hours mostly in that session, where we go through everything by bringing us back to the root of that issue, of that problem. We need to find what is this? What are those limiting beliefs that are not allowing you to feel better sleep, not to feel anxious, and so on. So we always regress people to certain scenes and important events of life in order to really, really get to the root. That is crucial because if we don't know where it is, like a tooth infected, right? We don't know really, we can just guess around. So that is why when we are in this deep state, we can connect with deepest feelings and they resurface and we bring up everything that is really, really at the bottom. So this session also is a lot about letting go of a lot. People feel much lighter after the session, because we get in touch with emotions. And because we are in this deep state of altered brainwaves, we slow down. We are very inward focused then. So that is where we can release a lot, mind and body from the body, because all the trapped emotions, they don't disappear, they stay. And then over the time, they will let us know about them. They will create maybe certain symptoms in the body,
Behavior,
indigestions.
reactions.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, body will talk. Body will say, hey, listen, not everything is good here. Not everything is in order. That's why those headaches. That's why this indigestion. That's why the autoimmune diseases. Sorry. So back to the session. So in the session, of course, there is a strong release of the emotions. We do certain moments of RTT formula, right? We do certain elements of work to give the release to the client as soon as possible. And then it always ends with transformation towards the future, the desired behavior, the desired state we want to create. Sessions are always complemented with audio recordings. Each client gets something specific. If you, Samira, would be my client, you would be getting approximately 15-minute recording, which then becomes part of this therapy where you every day give your mind this message. Because how do we get habits? Repetition, right? So the mind needs repetition by using all these elements of our mind. The power is that through visuals, the mind is rehearsing because the mind never gets if it's a movie I'm seeing and I'm feeling emotions or if it's really happening. If
Going
it's
to connect and then it will.
yeah.
Mm.
Yes. So that is why over the at least 21 days, my cycle is 30 days, we assess. And quite often, Samira, this is simply outstanding. Quite often, imagine just going through one session and listening to your recording. Some people already got the result they wanted. That's 30 days.
Amazing.
That's 30 days. That's very fast. Not always, not always. I work a lot with anxiety. Then it's a slower process. But either way, just because we go after the right part of the mind and implement the changes through that, because you're very knowledgeable, subconscious rules us. 95% of our behavior comes from there. It's not that we consciously choose, now I will say this and I should think that. It's very hard to do it. It just comes, right?
And did you, Gigi, I mean, personally feel a new person now after going through your personal journey? Did you have um, previous issues that led you to seeking this knowledge?
Mm.
Now, how do you see yourself better than your younger version? And this is so important because I feel when you are personally connected from a personal experience and then you know, get to a point where, you're getting to be a better version of yourself.
Yeah, correct. My biggest, most beautiful thing is the relationship with my parents that really transformed thanks to RTT. That's where my biggest changes happened because there you go. I was this happy person having a happy childhood, but we discovered so much in me also of those moments where I was having and carrying with me certain disappointments,
We
certain
all do.
limitations. So thanks to RTT, look at me. I'm reaching out, Dubai, world, whatever, because all this, what I was not daring maybe to do, now I'm unstoppable. Absolutely. Absolutely. But my biggest, as I would say, inner healing, right? It was this relationship with the parents where we definitely communicate very differently and we meet on very different terms. I do not have that grudge that maybe I held and I didn't tell them
That,
about, and and that made me feel, I don't know, uncomfortable or feel like a child quite often. Feel there is this little me in that relationship, but now we meet as grown-ups and it's great.
yes, you get that emotional maturity. I
Yes.
feel that you do not react. I myself was led to a lot of new qualifications of, like getting into the NLP, I mean, I'm an entrepreneur, but you come across so many personal challenges that question you why you react this way or how you could have managed it better or why are you repeating the mistake? You know, I mean, it's so difficult to work on yourself and so easy to you know, be a mentor. I mean, I'm saying this from my own personal experience. And do you have like Gigi certain tools, like I saw in one of your Instagram videos where you are sharing some enticing music or frequency hertz or some of those magic recipes that our audience are listening to and how really meaningful impact it makes to their well-being?
Mm. You mean all these other things, and as you say, the music and
And the
everything. Yeah.
consultation, the
Yeah.
talk, the therapy,
Well, we need to bring in everything we can to help our mind to regulate, to regulate, right? So the change as we go through RTT process is based around RTT and using this powerful moment of reprogramming our mind. At the same time, I invite people very much to do the all what they could do to also work with the body. Will it be the breath work? It's very, very key for us. Would it be listening to certain frequency of music? Yes, to bring down our brain waves into this more resting, more resourceful state. And again, it's back to this, Samira. Everything that helps us to regulate the two systems will bring the balance in us. We will
right?
come from another place. We will not come from the place of coping, fearing, right? We will come much more grounded into our everyday. Myself, I do my morning routines, I journal, I put on certain music as I do that. I prime myself for the day, right? For my clients, I need to show up, of course, strongly and grounded and coming from the place where we can co-create, co-create
Absolutely.
together. Yeah. So everything that helps your mind to slow down is very, very important in this process.
Right. Comes to my other question, which I really think that, these methodologies and these sciences can facilitate is that maybe some people can heal themselves from, different medical issues like cholesterol, diabetes, obesity, weight gain, and how some people reverse not to take the medication. I mean, I'm not totally saying that, we should just throw it, but I think that there is absolutely a miracle waiting for those who seek. If someone wants to be off their medication, they've done their blood vitals, and the doctor gives them like a permanent, prescription to take, and on the same time they're doing things organically, naturally through their diet, nutrition, exercise. Do you think it works?
Hmm. I do work with some people and currently with someone who is trying to reverse massive things. I still don't know where we will get with that person. But first of all, it is, I'm sorry, I'm getting some messages. They are not popping up for you, I hope, Samira, on my
Oh,
screen.
no. Okay, no, that's not for
Yes,
me.
apologies for that. But of course, everything starts, Samira, with the power. we hold in us. Okay, we don't even know actually how much through the power of mind we can reach. So this is starting already with getting that power into your hands and saying, well, you know what? I might be that person that does this, right?
Yes,
So
in
there
the
is the
first part.
big will. It starts with this because whatever we believe, pretty much we could create because it
Manifest. Yes.
yes, it takes that determination. It takes, of course, certain steps and how we do that. And that is why, subconscious work is so crucial here because through there we can get there. Now, again, not a doctor. I would never say what is right for the person. But with using what we have, which is this, all this, we can get quite far. And yes, through the cells are intelligent. The cells in our body,
Yes.
they behave depending on the environment. And here, of course, we should call in a few important names of doctors who work in that field and who proved plenty in that field. So we can influence a lot. We can influence a lot, and people who determine to go and find this other way out of I am bedridden, I am always on pills, they
Suffering from a
find it.
disease.
They do find it. There's plenty of evidence. Dr. Joe Dispenza, I guess this is the
Yes,
big teacher for
I
those
love
who
him.
would like to. Yes, of
We
course.
have to
We
go to
should.
his event together and plan it the next time.
Oh, we are going to his event.
I want
Okay.
to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, this is on my list. This is on my list. But for example, so his mission is to bring it through the science and show us how we can reverse things. And that his events are about helping people with their physical issues because this is a hardcore, deep meditative state for a week or so, his events, right? Where plenty of beautiful stories happen. So, yes, the mind is that powerful. We are actually that powerful. We just tend to underrate how much is possible for us. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Gigi, last question. Tell
Okay.
me, would you be comfortable enough to share like some nice examples, testimonials from your clients, people with whom you have worked, or people you have seen recover from terminal diseases or extremely difficult disorders, which seemed apparently impossible to heal, and they came out of it through their determination? And what were those, you know, key elements that they improvised in their lifestyle to facilitate the desired results?
Mm. For me personally, there is something that I'm working with right now. It's still in process, so I cannot share those stories. RTT has plenty of those stories, and some of our therapists specialize in particular, even physical issues, and this is their field. I am a everything RTT practitioner, so I get all kinds of people coming in. But at the moment, yes, I have a few clients that are working on something looks like absolutely irreversible from medical point. And this is maybe for the future for us, Samira, where maybe I will be able to tell you about those particular people. But
Amazing.
yes, amazing things where somebody didn't sleep and start sleeping, immediately. Somebody thought that they will always live in this anxiety and never be able to travel, leave the house or whatever. 1 month later, they are doing all those things and so on. So I would not be talking here about disease.
But if you want to share with some outside, examples, not yours, how it has given you that light, that source of hope, that
Yes.
amazing manifesting
Mm.
capability, that it is possible. It is possible to manifest what we envision ourselves if we have the right focus and
Mhm.
self-driven, um, you know, eyes on the prize,
Mhm.
as to
Mhm.
say.
Yeah, even among my colleagues, somebody who was going through cancer was using a blend of medicine plus this, what we do. And I even worked on those recordings also for the person so powerfully to change approach of what the chemo does to me, how I am taking it in actually, as this would be the best vitamins in the world. So, for example, I'm talking about a particular person where this was super much faster healing on that journey, dealing with such a harsh disease and a very harsh, actually, very harsh version of that disease. And this person, now 1 year later, knock on wood, everything is
Wow.
okay. Yeah. But this is a blend again of let's call in the best of medicine and let's bring in the best of mind work and work together. And especially this is someone, let's say, in our field who was applying this approach. Yes, but people with all autoimmune diseases, I heard plenty of good examples after this work, how they can be free of that, because this was created through the mind. This was overload on the nervous system. This was certain massively strong bad emotions that were registered in the body, and they needed a big release, big change of the mindset. And then this person is no longer with IBS and so on. Yeah.
Amazing. And, I want to share what I have seen, basically how things go is that um, it's so important that we really, really need to believe in ourselves. We honestly, and most importantly,
Mhm.
have this undeniable conviction that things are absolutely purely dependent and incumbent upon our inner mental state, our well-being. Everything depends on us. Even if we have like a world of um, practitioners, skilled, educated people, or however it is, it will absolutely not help you if you yourself do not decide to wake up one day and make that, monument change for yourself. We need to wake up. We might have the most amazing surrounding. Like I always see the example of Robin Williams. He was so um, happy. He was making the whole world laugh. Or even at some instances, some doctors, right, who know inside out their physiology, and still being a victim to so many things, which can be healed. You know, our brain is a pharmacy of chemicals. So when we have all these resources, like you said, the best of the medicine and the best of the mind work, facility, what's stopping us?
The beliefs, the beliefs that this won't work, or the beliefs that this is the only way. And that is why I invite people to have an open mind, to get curious. I'm the last resource usually for people. People do not look for hypnotherapy until they tried everything else. And then mostly when they say, I have nothing to lose, might as well, try this. And then quite often, and the majority of clients did go through all kinds of forms of therapy and try to find peace. And
Yes.
they end up saying, where was I all these years? Because
Why did I
they
waste all that precious
successfully
time?
they successfully connected because they went deep in and they really, really upgraded the software. They stopped limiting themselves and they become a little bit unlimited or a lot or a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I am so happy, Gigi, to have this recording. I want to have another one very soon, and I would like our viewers to share in the comment section. How can they reach you? How can they book a call with you? If you can just let us through. I'll have all of that in my,
Thank you
link.
for that, Samira. The easiest way is to go to my website where you can get a free call. Everybody has a right to a free call with me, where we can see how we are a match, what could I do for you, or just talk. And it is done on Transform with GG. This is all together. And GG is just two letters, two G's. Transformwithgg.com. This is the easiest way to book a time with me because right there on the website, click the button, choose the time.
So I know like you do an online session, so you're just based in Sweden. Do you also do it outside of Sweden? How does it go?
I work online just as efficiently as in the clinic room in the city I live in here in Sweden, in Malmö. This works exactly like that. And maybe it's a plus because you are in your own home, in your own
Oh,
environment,
yes, absolutely. The comfort. Yes,
feeling super safe.
absolutely.
All we need is you on the screen and you somewhere comfortably for a couple of hours with me where I can hear you because it's never a monologue from my side. We have a interaction. It's an active session. It's just that the answers are coming from very deep inside of your world. Yes.
Beautiful. I think Gigi, we're going to be having a lot of meets and a lot of and
Please do.
and and soon what I plan to do is have another one and have like a panel of three, and where we can go more deeper and maybe have something live where people can post some personal solutions or finding those right answers. Because I think that just serving ourselves once we have done the healing, it's so important to be of service. It's so important to have a legacy where people can at least remember something that we have and we could. Because I think these small baby steps go a very long way. And it's been so nice. I cannot stop talking. I think we have to have
Thank you, Samira.
another session with you. So I'm going to wind up now. I don't know how much time we have left, but is there something in the end you would like to share with all our audience?
For those who are ready, please give it to yourself. Um, Please know that there is a way out of whatever you're going through. There is. Have hope and be brave and give this to yourself because something that limits you doesn't need to continue for other years, months. There are modalities, there are tools. Be curious. Be curious. Don't accept your status quo if you're not happy in that status quo. Challenge it. There's plenty of resources out there. So, yeah, the change is in your hands.
Oh my God, that was so profound. And it was, like you said, why waste a month? Why waste a day?
Yes.
Why waste the next evening
Mm.
to get on with it and to raise the bar? Oh my God, Gigi, I want to thank you so much once more. Thank you so much for, having this beautiful conversation. And I hope to see you in Dubai very soon. I hope you have some travel plans here.
Yeah, if there's plenty of clients, I'm coming.
Oh, fantastic. So we're going to line that up and then let's have this on another episode and please share for the audience what is next that you would like to ask Gigi and what is it that is on your mind. And yes, Gigi, you were saying something.
You are always welcome to try some RTT with me, Samira.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
then
I
we
think
do another interview. You can tell.
okay. Yes, I think so. I think that is just ruminating in my mind for sure. So we're going to close our, recording now, and we're going to see you all next time. Gigi, thank you so much for this absolutely wonderful conversation, and I hope to connect with you very soon. And yes, see you all. Thank you so much for this podcast, and see you again on the next episode at Unleash. Thank you, everyone, and bye.
Thank you.
So, Tahira, I think we're going to check if the recording is still on. Thank you so much, Gigi. Thank you once
Amira,
again.
thank you.
Yeah, it
It's
was so
good fun
nice.
to talk to you. I love how
Absolutely.
knowledgeable you are, how curious
Yes.
you are.
Oh no, I think